Hello class, God bless you. Class, today I am with you again with lesson number 2 of chapter number 3. And in today's class, we will be knowing about the repetition of properties in a periodic table, which is known as periodicity. So, what are these points which are studied in today's class? The very first, let me introduce you what periodicity is. Repetition of properties after a certain interval of space is called as periodicity. And if elements are arranged in increasing order of the atomic number means the number of protons in their nuclei. And if atomic number is the reason for the classification of elements in the periodic table, then the elements repeat their properties after a definite interval. And this repetition, this cyclic happening of the properties or having the same properties every time after interval is called as periodicity. Then we have to see again groups and periods. So I think to revise you about the groups and periods will be a very helping tool. So groups are the columns in the periodic table, vertical columns. And how many groups are there? There are 18 groups of elements present in the periodic table. In these 18 groups, every time we are seeing sometime group number is 1, sometime group number 4, sometime group number 7, or sometime group number 0. So a group number describes or tells us that how many electrons are present in the valence shell. So if the group number is 1, that means only one electron is present in the outermost shell, not in the total atom, but only in the outermost shell. But when we see the periods are 7 in number, and these are horizontal rows. You see, elements are arranged according to increasing atomic number, and they are classified in 6 rows. And the period number can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. A period number tells us that how many shells of electrons are present in the atom. If the period number is 1, means the atom has only one shell. If the period number is 2, means all atoms present in second period will be having at least 2 shells. First shell is K shell and the other is L shell. Similarly, if period number is 4, means all atoms or all elements having atoms in which 4 shells are present. So a group number defines us the number of valence electrons. Similarly, a period number tells us how many shells of electrons are present. Now again, we can also classify periodic table according to outermost electronic configuration. If the elements have their electrons in outermost S subshell, then they are classified in S block. Similarly, here all the elements are settled and placed because they have their outermost electron in their P subshell and D subshell and F subshell. Now we continue. Today we will study about the trend of atomic size and atomic radius. Atomic size is the distance between the center of the nucleus of an atom and its outermost shell. As I have selected this picture, here you can see this is the nucleus and this is the outermost shell. So the distance between nucleus of an atom and its outermost shell is called as atomic size. but practically we cannot measure the size of a single atom. Rather, we are more comfortable when we estimate and calculate the atomic radius when atoms are bonded. Like here in the molecule of hydrogen, two hydrogen atoms are bonded, and the distance of one nucleus to the distance of second nucleus is half to atomic radius of one hydrogen atom. So the atomic radius is defined as the shortest distance between the atom's nuclei and the outermost shell of the atom. So we see how the trend is changing. We have to look on the factors on which the atomic size depend. The first is effective nuclear charge. You know, nucleus is having two particles in it. One proton, which is positively charged, and second particle is neutron, which is neutral. So the charge on the nucleus is positive, and this positive charge is going to play a very important role in the size of the atom. The next is atomic number. Again, the size of the atom is due to nuclear charge and how many protons are present in any atom. So we see how they are behaving. This picture is showing, the above picture is showing you that atomic charge is increasing down the group, and atomic charge size is decreasing in a period. The next picture is showing you a very clear understanding that if we move down in group 1A, we see the atoms are getting larger and larger and larger. The smallest atom is present in the top of the group, and in all groups the trend is same. As we are moving down in a group, the atoms are getting larger. But on the other hand, when we are moving in a period like this, when we move in a period, we are seeing that atoms are getting smaller, 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 and smallest. So the biggest atom is when the period begins, and the smallest atom is when the period ends. So why it happens? Atomic size increases down the group, but atomic size decreases in a period. Why this happens? The atomic size is increasing down the group because the numbers of shells are increasing. As the number of shells are increasing, the proton number is increasing, more electrons are present in more number of shells. That's why the size of the lithium is smaller than the size of the sodium, because lithium atom is smaller, because lithium has only 3 protons and 3 electrons, but sodium has 11 protons and 11 neutrons. So, and lithium is the member of third group, but sodium is the member of fourth period. So why this is so? As the period number increases, the size of the atom also increases. But what about when we move in a period? As we move in a period, the beginning elements are much larger, but as we are going away from them, the atoms are getting smaller, smaller, and smaller. Why this is so? Because a period number means same electron shell, and as we add one more proton every time, like beryllium has one more proton, then comes boron, then comes carbon, every time we are having one more proton. So as the proton numbers are increasing in the same shell, the effective nuclear charge is also getting stronger. So more effective nuclear charge is present in case of fluorine, in case of neon, because same shell has 7 electrons in the outermost shell, and living like the size of the K shell is this. Hydrogen has 1 electron, but helium has 2 electrons. Hydrogen has only 1 proton, but for the same region 2 protons are present in the helium. So these electrons are much more attracted by effective nuclear charge of helium. So these electrons come closer due to more effective charge. Over the same reason, helium atom is a smaller atom as compared to hydrogen. Same is the case when we compare the elements and their atomic size in the same period. As the effective nuclear charge is increasing, the atom is getting smaller. Now today's class activity is define atomic size, how atomic size is measured, why atomic size decreases in a period, and why atomic size increases in a group. I'm sure that I have explained enough this trend, and tomorrow I will come again with another topic. Till then, take care. Goodbye.